got another grocery haul for you, and this one is super healthy. But with the holiday just around the corner, I also needed to pick up some things to celebrate the holiday. And one of the first things that I picked up were some of these mini cans of pop. Now, I don't always get these A&W root beer minis, but I thought I would get them right now because since it has been so hot here, we've been drinking more and more and more. And I thought, okay, so A&W root beer, the little minis, and then of course some 7-Up minis. I would have gotten the Diet 7-Up minis, but I couldn't seem to locate any. And then my husband loves the mini Cokes. So I got these 3 containers, or rather these 3 cartons of mini pops, or sodas as some people call them, so that when guests come over, we've got something to serve them besides lemonade and iced tea. And the cans are small enough that we don't end up with half a can sitting on the counter. And since the weather has been so hot, I'm a little concerned about my frozen items. So I'm going to go ahead and get those up here first, and then we'll look at my produce and then the canned goods or pantry staples. So let me get this out of the way, and I'll be right back. So these are the things that I got that I need to put out in the freezer. And I did get these sweet barbecue Angus beef patties. And I wanted to get some hamburger patties because, like I said, the holiday is just around the corner and we might want to put some burgers on the grill. So I picked these up, and I've gotten the Angus version before and they're pretty good. And then this jumbo coconut shrimp I absolutely love, and I can never find them. I will admit I did go to a different Kroger today because I stopped on the way home from an appointment. Since I was out, I thought might as well stop, and I needed to pick up some broccoli and some cauliflower for some salads I was going to make for dinner, and just went ahead and picked up everything while I was there. But I did have a list, and I tried not to go overboard, but I might have just a little bit. But got this coconut shrimp, and this Kroger had it. The Kroger I normally go to does not carry it anymore, apparently. And then I picked up 2 of these boxes of Healthy Choice steamers, and this is the beef teriyaki. So just something quick for lunch if I wanted to do that, if we didn't have something that I could just heat up and grab. So I got those. And then something else was that Kroger's had the fresh ground turkey on sale for, I think it was $3.59 a pound. So I did pick up a pound of that. And then the mild Italian sausages were also on sale for about $3.59 a pack. And I was going to get some of that Impossible meat, the Impossible Italian sausages or brats, so that I can make my zuppa toscano soup from a vegan perspective. And my sister from another Mr. Leona at Ebony, Ivy, and Time on her weeknight vegan show created a vegan style zuppa toscana, and so I was going to do that. However, that Beyond Impossible sausage was like $4.50 on sale, and the other Impossible meat sausages were a lot more expensive. So I thought, what the heck, this Italian sausage is $3.50 on sale. I'm gonna stick with it for right now. So picked up that. And then they also had smoked sausage as well as Polish kielbasa, the Hillshire Farm version, which I do enjoy. So I picked up those. My husband likes to make sausage and potatoes, or he'll make a sausage sandwich or something like that in the morning for breakfast sometimes. Now the lunch will be the sausage and potatoes, but sometimes he'll warm this up and have it with either grits or scrambled eggs or something like that. So got some of that. And then I always need bacon for my zuppa toscano. I don't like the vegan bacon at all. It tastes like I'm just eating a strip of plastic, so I don't bother to use it. So this Black Label thick cut bacon was on sale at Kroger. I think it was $2.99 or it might have been $3.99. I forget now, but I have learned how to clip my coupons, how to clip the digital coupons, load them on my Kroger Plus card so that when I got up to checkout, I could claim it. Now, I will admit, I couldn't remember which bacon was on sale, if it was this one or another brand. So I picked up 2 different kinds, had them up at the counter, and had inadvertently sent the wrong one down the aisle. I was trying to hold it back so that I could ask the lady which one. Well, the one that she'd already rung up was not the one on sale. So she was kind enough to remove that from the charge slip and then bring this one up. So this is the meat and the freezer stuff that I got. Yeah, I think that's it. And I'm not buying a lot of meat right now anyway because I'm trying to use things we have in our freezer because I don't want things to be in there too long and end up with freezer burn. Even though I do package them with my Food Saver vacuum sealer, you still don't want to have things in there overly long, which could be more than 18 months. You don't want to have that stuff in the freezer. So I've been trying to eat from that. So I will probably put these things in the vacuum sealer. So I'll bring you along and let you see me do that. I know I do it every week, but there's always someone who does not know how to do that. And one of the things that I'm doing with these grocery hauls is not just showing you what I got, but trying to show you how you can make it work for you, how you can make it last longer, or how you can use tools in your kitchen to help with your food preservation. So there's that. And speaking of the bacon, I will open the bacon and I will take half of it out and put it in the freezer to save for the zuppa toscana. I'll leave the other half in the fridge because my husband likes to make bacon for breakfast or sausage, either one, sausage or bacon, on Sunday mornings. So, not usually this for Sunday morning breakfasts, but it'll either be this kind of bacon or like a Bob Evans sausage or something like that. So let me get these in the freezer and I'll be back. Okay, so now here is the fresh produce that I got, and this is the healthiest part of my grocery haul. And this week we are going to be having a lot of salads. So I already had a carton of that spring mix, that baby spring mix in the fridge, so I didn't need to buy another one of those. But I did pick up some iceberg lettuce, kind of a classic garden mix. My husband likes this, and I will tell you the truth, when we were kids growing up, the only kind of lettuce we pretty much ever used was iceberg lettuce. You'd buy a head of it, wash it, cut it up, and then you would use it, or I should say tear it up, and then you would use it. And then we started buying the lettuce in the bags like this. So he likes that. So I picked up some of this to mix in with the spring mix for him when I make a big salad. So there's that. And then that salad lady has some amazing salad recipes. One of them is called the Ultimate Salad. One of them is, I think, a ruby red salad. So I bought some things to make that. And each bowl of salad makes enough for 6. So we're going to be having salads every day for a week. Besides, I got a cruise coming up and I need to drop a few pounds before we get there. But I bought this head of cauliflower to put in the salad, and it's really nice raw in a salad mix. And then I also got this head of broccoli, and it'll be great. Cut them up into the little bitty florets. It'll be great in the salad as well. And then the salad also calls for Granny Smith apples as well as some Fuji apples. So these are the Fuji apples. There should have been more, but I don't see them. Well, I'll probably come across it somewhere, but I bought 4 Fuji apples, and then these are Honeycrisp apples. They're really nice and sweet. But these apples they just add a really nice sweet and tart to the salad. So I picked up some of those for that. And then for the ruby salad, I needed a red onion, so I got one of those. And I also needed some red beans and some other things, and those are back there. I thought I might make some roasted root vegetables either this week or next, so I picked up 2 parsnips to go along with the carrots that I've already got, and I've already got a couple of sweet potatoes. So these will be nice and tasty, roasted with a little salt and pepper and olive oil. So there's that. And then grapes are always nice to snack on. And just as a reminder, when you wash your grapes, you don't wash the whole batch, the whole bag. You just rinse off whatever it is you're going to eat right then. Because if you wash the whole batch, right there where the stems attached to the grape can get molded. So you just rinse what you're going to rinse, what you're going to eat, and then leave the rest till later. And we like the red seedless grapes. They tend to be a little bit sweeter than the green. So I've got some of those. Now Kroger's had strawberries. I think it was $2.99 a pound or 2 for $5, I believe it was. So that was a pretty good buy. But the digital coupon had this whole big thing for $2.98. So I had picked this one up at first before I saw the digital coupon for this. And I meant to put this back and I forgot. But I'll use them because I use a lot of strawberries. So I have those. And then the blackberries, I think, were $2.99 for this little pack. And then the blueberries were, I think, $2.99 or maybe $3.99 for this little pack as well. So strawberries and blueberries I always get, and every now and then I will get the raspberries. Picked up some white mushrooms because those are great in salads, so got that. And then the English cucumber was one of the particular veggies that she called for in the recipe. And I think you have less seeds and that kind of thing and less waste with these. So got one of those. And then red plums are in, and we do like the red plums. So I got a bag of the red plums. I think they were like $2.99, but they're really nice, and hopefully these are sweet, but they're good to snack on. So I got those. And then a couple lemons. You always need lemons for this, that, or the other. So I picked up a couple of lemons. And then I like the Roma tomatoes, so I picked up some of those. Like I said, we're going to be having lots of salads. And then we might do tacos tomorrow for Taco Tuesday, or next week for Taco Tuesday. So anyway, picked up some tomatoes that we can chop up for that. And then they had this ear corn, 3 for 99 cents. Now, that is a little pricey. However, corn is not in season right now, so I thought $3 for $1, not too bad. And we always say around here, how do you know if you're from Indiana? Well, that's because you know what's knee-high by 4th of July. And the answer to that is corn. Everybody and their mother tends to be growing corn in their backyard or side yard or somewhere, but the farmers certainly are growing lots of corn in Indiana, and they like it to be knee-high by 4th of July. So once the corn is in season, this will go down to like 10 cents for an ear, but right now, this is where we are. So these are all the fresh things that I got, and they'll really be good. You can roast the corn on the grill. I can add it in with the roasted root vegetables and just other stuff. So let me get this out of the way, and then I'll show you some of the things I got for the fridge, and then of course the canned goods and pantry staples. So now these are some of the things that I call my pantry staples, and part of this pantry that I'm talking about right now is my refrigerator. So I did pick up some orange juice, and we like the Simply Orange pulp-free. And I've been getting the calcium and vitamin D orange juice because as older adults we need that. And then I prefer the International Delight Caramel Macchiato Creamer. And this bad boy was $7.50 or some such. I was like, oh my goodness. So I'll probably be drinking a little less coffee for the summer anyway. And then one of the toppings for that ultimate salad, or the various salads that salad lady has us use, is either crumbled goat cheese or crumbled feta cheese or crumbled gorgonzola cheese. Well, I couldn't find any crumbled gorgonzola, and I must admit I was in the dairy case. I wasn't at the deli. I probably should have looked there, but by that time I was already way on the other side of the store and I wasn't going back. So I picked up some crumbled goat cheese to go on top of the salad. There's that. And then I wanted the silk coconut milk. They were out. They just have the silk almond and coconut blend, or the silk almond. So I got the almond and coconut blend. 2 boxes of the maple and brown sugar, and this one has less sugar. And my husband eats a lot of this, and he'll even eat this in the summer. So I picked up 2 boxes of that just to have on hand. And then of course we have tacos just about every Tuesday, so I want to make sure I always have taco shells on hand. Speaking of which, if you have not seen my capsule grocery haul, my 20 item capsule grocery haul, I will link it with the card in the I box above, as well as in the description box, because you really should see that. All of the things that I purchase, whatever it is, all works together. I can make a meal out of whatever I pick up because of my capsule grocery haul. They all work together, and a little of this, a little of that, and I can put a meal on the table. And then of course I have my condiments as a little bit extras. But yes, so if you have not seen that, I will link that above and below. So, for example, if it was Taco Tuesday and we were going to have tacos, I always put black beans somewhere. I could have swore I picked up some black beans. Let's see. Well, I must not have gotten the black beans, but I do have some black beans on my pantry shelf. But I could use the kidney beans. I could use some of the, well, not the diced tomatoes, but I could use the garbanzo beans, and I will often have those as part of the base for my tacos. But I could use that to make my tacos with. I could use that ground turkey that you saw me pick up earlier. I could use that as the meat base, or it could just be the beans that was the base for the tacos, as well as maybe putting a little corn or something like that. So everything can work together. So picked up 3 cans of the Kroger petite diced tomatoes. I typically like to buy the Red Gold or the Hunt's brand. However, I've been leaning more toward the store brands because they're a little bit cheaper if I like the quality. So I got 3 cans of the petite diced tomatoes, Kroger brand, and then 2 cans of the garbanzo beans. And I usually will have 1 or 2 on my shelf, but as Granny Karma says, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So I wanted to make sure I have some of those because I will be using these in my salads and sometimes in my chilies as well. And then 3 cans of these dark kidney beans, and these go in that ruby salad, I think. So I picked up 3 cans of those, which also go in chili as well, as they can go on tacos. And then the Kroger original baked bean original seasoned with brown sugar and bacon, and this one is brown sugar hickory. So I picked up 2 cans of that. I usually get the Bush brand, but these were cheaper, so I thought, let's just try these out and see how they taste. And then over here, cannellini beans. And the cannellini beans are for the ruby salad, I think, or the ultimate salad that I'll be making. And I'll let you see me do that. And then, of course, I needed some of the Better Than Bouillon chicken base, as well as the Better Than Bouillon beef base. I was out of both of those. I've been using a lot of the chicken base, so that doesn't last me quite as long as I would prefer. But the beef base will tend to last a lot longer because I don't use it quite as often. Let's say I'm going to make some brown gravy or something like that, and I'll use this for that. And if I'm making chicken gravy, I can always use this for that as well, or to add to soups and stews and that kind of thing. But needed some of those. So there are those things. So now let me just get these out of the way. I'll set them back here. Because I did pick up some other canned goods. I picked up corn and green beans. And they had these $3.29 for a pack. Otherwise, they would have been like about 90 cents a can, which would have been just a little over, I don't know, $3.60, $3.75. So I just decided to save that 25, 35 cents and got them the 4-pack. thing that I always use is tea. And I was out of this raspberry zinger. My sister, Mickey Blue Skies, gave me the best recipe for iced tea. And it had the raspberry zinger and another kind of zinger in it. I couldn't remember what it was, but whatever it was, I'm out of. I'll have to call her to ask her. But I did find another red kind of zinger tea at Kroger at this time. So I did pick up a box of the lemon zinger, and when I find out from her what that raspberry zinger, what that other zinger was, I'll get it. So I guess I got 2 boxes of the raspberry zinger because I do use it a lot. And then the lemon zinger, box of toothpaste, needed some of that. And of course, I always get a bag of chips for my husband for snacks. I used to buy those fancy kettle chips and the salt and pepper and the salt and vinegar and all that, and found out he just likes the plain old original potato chips. So I just get these plain old Lay's Classics. And then other things that are staples for us are chopped pecans. He uses these, I use these. We use these with our nuts and berries, which is yogurt and I just thought, didn't I buy some yogurt? I was looking for the Oikos and I wanted the, no, I didn't. I decided not to get it. I was going to say, where is it? Because that yogurt is not cheap. But we use a lot of the chopped pecans for our nuts and berries, which is yogurt, strawberries, blueberries, sprinkled with maybe a little granola or a few pecans or walnuts. He likes to put the pecans in his oatmeal. And I've been buying a lot of cinnamon muffins, or cinnamon rolls, I should say, and he's been putting pecans on that. And then we also like the roasted deluxe mixed nuts. They're a nice little snack, one little protein, little pick-me-up. So we've been getting some of those. And then Kroger's had these hamburger buns on sale. They were marked down to $1.03. They make them right there in the bakery. So I thought these could be good for the holiday. I'll probably start out putting them in the freezer, but this way I know I've got some. Should I need them? And then other pantry items, Ortega mild taco sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, hickory and brown sugar, and then some Kraft ranch dressing. My husband tends to like the ranch or the Catalina. I like the zesty Italian, and we already have some of that in the fridge, so I didn't need to buy any of that. And then when I make the salads that are promoted by that salad lady, so often she will have a dressing recipe to go along with the salad, and then I will make that. So I didn't need to buy a lot of salad dressing today. And then we have a lot of fried fish in our home, so I thought I'd pick up some more breading. He likes the Andes red and the Andes yellow, and he mixes it with some other stuff. So I just picked up a couple packs of that so that he's got what he needs to get his breading started. And then we do like the Ben's Original 90-second rice. Now, I will cook regular rice or long grain rice or whatever that takes anywhere from 20 to 45 minutes depending upon what it is. He has learned to do that, but it's not his preference. So we like to keep these on hand. So I got the coconut jasmine, the cilantro and lime. Now I only picked up one of the cilantro lime because I can make that myself. I've got some cilantro growing right out there on my patio. So, and I'll almost always have a couple of limes in the fridge. So I can make that, but I just grabbed one for just in case. But 2 of the coconut jasmine and 3 of the long grain and wild rice. I love long grain and wild rice. So there is that. So those are all the groceries that I have picked up. Now I do need to get my meat prepped with my vacuum sealer, so I will do that next. So if you want to see that, stick around so you can check that out. And then I also have to prep my refrigerator for my groceries, and that usually takes place on Wednesdays when it's my planning day. I usually get groceries on Thursday, so I will prep the fridge on Wednesday. I kind of switched that up a little bit this week, but still I'll let you see how I prep the fridge so that it is ready to receive groceries. And I'll also show you how I make that salad. If you would like some individual coaching, some personal mentoring on your homemaking journey, I have opened up some additional slots on my calendar, and you can access that through my Patreon membership, which I will link in the description box below. And then you can sign up for the tier that works out best for you. And be sure and leave me your phone number so that I can contact you and we can set up a date that works for the two of us. Now, one of the things that I always do when I'm done using my food saver, particularly if I have used it to put up meat, I always sanitize it. And I like to use the Clorox kitchen cleanup to do that. However, if you don't have that, dish soap, water, and vinegar should work for you. And I'm really loving my hands-free motion sensor trash can. I can set the button so that it stays open, and it's just open as long as I need it to be, and then when I'm done I can close it. In our old trash can, I had to constantly step on the pedal to open the lid or completely lift it off. So this is just so much neater. And you see me rinsing out this jar. I think I bought some pesto sauce in that. But I like to save different sized jars, particularly some of the smaller ones, and I can use them to preserve my dried herbs in. And this should have been a day where I could just wipe out the fridge. It wasn't a day that I really planned to do deep cleaning in there. However, there were a lot of drips and dribbles that I needed to clean up. And then some of the produce in the bins had gone bad, and there were a few drips and dribbles from that. So I really had to clean the fridge and the bins more deeply than I had planned. So the fridge is cleaned out. I've got the groceries put away. Everything looks nice and neat, and I can get to the things that I need. Now, here's a power tip. Get the fridge ready to receive your groceries the day before you buy the groceries. I am absolutely exhausted. By the time I got the groceries, the pantry things put away, the freezer things put away, and cleaned out the refrigerator, and then got the refrigerator stuff put away, I am exhausted. I did not follow my usual process this week of getting the fridge cleaned out the day before. And I normally would do that on Wednesday, but this past Wednesday, I think we went to a funeral and had some other things going on, so I didn't get back to it. That is one task that I should have circled back around to, because you saw what I had to go through today to get ready to put the groceries away. So that's a power tip, that if you can avoid it, if you can follow your normal homemaking routine, get that fridge cleaned out the day before you get your groceries so that you can have it ready to receive your groceries. And once I had the fridge cleaned out, the groceries put away, I still had to deal with that corn. So I went ahead, got it shucked, and then I put it on to boil, and we had it later that night with dinner. And then finally, I was able to sit down and enjoy a big salad. And you can just see how colorful it is with the garbanzo beans, the black beans, the red peppers, the red and green apples. It was so refreshing and so nice to be able to just sit down and enjoy. And do check out my 20-item capsule grocery haul. I will link it right here.